welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
Today is Sunday, March the 12th, daylight savings time. Thank the Lord. I absolutely love when we have light late in the evening. Anyway, welcome to our podcast. This is a podcast about fiber related goodness and of course knitting. My name is Yolanda.
I'm Jordan.
And we live right outside of Dallas, Texas, with my husband and my daughter Alexis, who's 4, which you've seen if you're are a returning viewer, Dante, and of course my son Jordan. So this is going to be what episode, Jordan?
18.
No. What did I tell you? Episode 19.
19.
Okay, so if you are a new viewer, welcome to our channel. And if you like the content that you're seeing, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on so that you won't miss any future episodes from us.
And like the video.
Yay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. So we podcast a few weeks ago. I don't even remember how many weeks ago. I think we were supposed to podcast last weekend, but as many of you know, I actually posted and finished the tutorial for the 2 at a time socks for the afterthought heel. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode, but that's the reason why we didn't podcast last weekend. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and literally just dive into this podcast. So first up, we're gonna go ahead and do the prize giveaway for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank you guys so much for getting us to 5,000 subscribers. So I had put a prompt out in the Ravelry group to ask you guys what was your favorite Olympic sport, and overwhelmingly it was a wonderful read. It was so fun to read, and I really appreciated you guys doing that. So let's go ahead and announce the winners. Okay, so we did the random number generator. We had 115 entries. Oh my God, guys, that is absolutely amazing. So without further ado, the first winner of the 5,000 subscriber giveaway is post number 53, Twin Hodge. I think that's how you say it. TWNHODGE. So you are going to receive one of my KAL print bags. Now, I'm not finished with this one. I'm going to finish it this week for you, but I'm going to insert a picture of the finished one that I did for another subscriber. So I just wanted to let you know this is what you're going to win. It is a drawstring bag. It's going to be a drawstring bag once I'm done with it. But anyway, I hope that you are going to enjoy that prize. So I switched out because I think the last time I said I was going to do a pattern giveaway. So I switched out the pattern giveaway for the bag. Okay. So now, winner number 2. You want to say who it is, Jordan? Or you want me to do it? Okay. The next winner is going to be winner post number 73. It is Shane, I think Inok, SHAINEINOK, and her first name is Shane, and you are going to be the winner of these Mehousa Needle Set. So it is, I did a review on these a few weeks ago, and you are going to be the lovely winner of these. It is size US size 8 through 17, and it comes with this handy dandy carrying case. So I hope that you are going to enjoy that prize. And last but not least, is going to be the last winner, who is post number 70. Congratulations, Grandma Bigler. Woo! You are, and her name is Sally on Ravelry, and she is going to be the winner of this skein from Chicken Coop. Let me see if I can show you that up a little bit closer. Hold on. Is it going to focus? There we go. The lighting in here is a little off, but it is from my friend who is the owner of the Chicken Coop Dye Company, and this is the colorway Okra and Tomato Gumbo.
Gumbo.
I absolutely am in love with these colors. I'm jealous that you're getting it, but I'm happy that you're getting it too, because you're going to make something I know absolutely wonderful with this. Okay. So congratulations everyone for getting us to 5,000 subscribers. We totally appreciate it, don't we, Jordan? Jordan's talking about getting us to 10,000, so we'll see. But anyway, so thank you again, and we appreciate your support and love that you are continuously showing this channel. So yes, on to the next thing. Okay, so now I want to talk about, we haven't done a KAL
in a while.
Did that rhyme?
I haven't done a KAL in a while.
No, it didn't rhyme. Haven't done a KAL in a while. Okay, so guys, here in Dallas, the Dallas area yesterday was 83 degrees Fahrenheit. When I tell you I had spring fever, it was unbelievable. I actually pulled out my sandals and everything. Today's a little bit cooler, but because the time has changed, spring is on the horizon, I said, let's let this next KAL be all about spring fling.
What was the last KAL that we did?
It was Christmas. A Christmas KAL.
Huh.
Remember?
I thought it was summer.
No, it hadn't been that long.
It's something like a hot KAL.
Okay, you're reminiscing. That was a while ago. Okay.
It was a good KAL.
Okay, so guys, in this KAL, we're going to call it Spring Fling KAL 18. And so what I need for you guys to do is to make something that reminds you of spring. So I always like to keep my KAL simple, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna represent spring in whatever it is that we're going to be knitting. The rules are at least 50 grams of yarn need to be used in this KAL. You can knit any item that you want. There's only going to be, in this particular KAL, we're only going to have one entry per person. So you can only enter one item. So pick whatever item that is that you want. And then you need to, in your description, put why this represents spring to you. That's it. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. And this KAL is going to run until Saturday, April the 28th. And we're going to close it at midnight. So you literally have like a month and a half to knit anything that you want that is
spring related,
that you think is spring related. Whether you pick a color that says, oh, you know what, this is yellow, it reminds me of, you know, flower. Whatever the reason is that it reminds you of spring, you just have to make a note of that in the Ravelry thread. I'm going to have one that is for chit chat and one that is just a closed thread. So in that closed thread, just post your picture and why it reminds you of spring. Are you copying me? Really?
I found this.
That's Alexis's. Okay. Anyway, back to the podcast at hand. Sit up. He's tickling himself. Okay, so now guys, I have 3 questions that I need to ask you. I've been getting a lot of feedback from and questions from our viewers about different things related to knitting. So I need for you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to open up 2 threads in our Ravelry group, 2. And I want to ask you, I have been propositioned to possibly host a knitting retreat weekend here in the Dallas area. And this is something that I've never done before, but I'm so open to the idea. And first of all, I want to ask you, I'm going to put a series of questions in the Ravelry thread that I would like for you guys to answer for me. Like one would be, you know, what would you like to see in a knitting retreat? 2 would be, you know, are you willing to drive to Dallas or fly into Dallas for the weekend? Because I think if I do it, I would like this first one to be a very low key and just chill weekend retreat where we just gather up, keep it small, probably around 15 people, and just just have a wonderful weekend and just relax and knit and just soak up each other's energy and just have fun and laugh and just eat good food, etc. So anyway, I want to know if you guys have ever done a knitting retreat. If you did you like it? What did you not like about it, etc.? So I'm going to post a series of questions in the thread, and I want you guys, if you can, to take the opportunity to answer those questions for me, because I want to get feedback from you guys, because I've actually never been to a knitting retreat. Stop. I've been talking with my hands, haven't I? Anyway, I've never been to a knitting retreat, so I want to know what you guys think. Okay, so that's the first topic. The second topic is I've also been asked about creating a knit night in the area, the local area, and because I can honestly say that where I live in Louisville, there's not as far as I know, a lot of groups or any groups that are closely that's about knitting. So I'm thinking about starting one. I have a viewer that I'm going to get in contact with. We're probably going to meet up and kind of have a discussion about this. I know that we have viewers that are stay-at-home moms, or they are retired, etc. And so they probably would like to meet during the daytime. And then of course, I still work full-time, and I know that a lot of you guys still work full-time too, which means that you're not coming to knit night. You might make an appearance, but anyway, so I want to be conscious of that, and when we're discussing these knit nights. So what was that? I don't know. Oh, I think our computer just made a noise. So anyway, so I just want to know, do you guys go to knit night? Once again, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what times generally work for each of you guys, etc. So I'm going to post that in the Ravelry thread as well. So if you guys can give me feedback, that'll help me to make a decision on what to go. Do I need to go forward with this or whatever? Okay, and then I have one that's totally somewhat off topic. That's not knitting related, but I posted a vlog a couple weeks ago, and I had the best time kind of giving you guys a glimpse of our personal life. So I'm thinking about possibly starting a second channel where it is about lifestyle and our family life, whether it be about cooking. I'm getting ready to do my garden outside, vegetable garden outside, vlogging, etc. Is that something that you guys would like to see? Would you watch that channel? So that question, if you can just answer that in the thread underneath in the comments area, I really would like to know if that's something that you're interested in. I've kind of been thinking about it for a while, and like I said, I kind of want to, it'll be a separate channel because of course this one is knitting related, and I don't want people that are specifically coming to this channel for knitting related topics to have to sit through personal vlogs if that's not something that is of interest to them. So anyway, just let me know in the comments below if that's something that you would like to see. I kind of want to get your feel for that. And Jordan, of course, would love to do family vlogs, because then that way he can show his face all the time.
Every time.
All the time. Okay. So now let's get to the knitting portion of this podcast. I almost forgot what we were doing. Okay, so I have two finished objects. Two, guys. Two. In the last video or episode, you guys saw, this is Sasha. Sasha is back. She is modeling the Loving Hat by Olympia Barka. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and when I tell you guys this was a quick knit, it was a quick knit. So I cast on the required number of stitches with a US size 13, and then once I finished the ribbing, increased to a US size 15. Super easy pattern. I highly recommend you guys go out there if you are interested in doing like a fair owl technique. This is just some Align brand acrylic yarn that I had laying around, and then I added a cute little pom-pom that was the black and the cream color to kind of accent this. And anyway, like I said, a very, very easy knit. What I like about this hat, which we don't necessarily have cold weather here in Texas, is that when you are, let me take this off, when you are doing stranded work, it creates a double layer of fabric. So when I tell you that it is nice and warm, so if you live in really cold climates where Michigan would be one, where the wind is howling, this hat here will definitely keep your head warm. Now we do have 1 or 2 cold snaps here in the Dallas area where this is probably come in handy, but with Jordan being outside playing sports, especially football and track, well, track not necessarily, because track is in the summer, although this last track was very cold. So like I said, if you're outside with your kids in soccer and all those outdoor sports, and you have to sit through the cold weather to root your children on, definitely think about this for a possible project for you or your kids or anybody. Like I said, it was a super simple project.
Easy. Very easy.
So anyway, so that is my finished object. And then the next finished object, if you guys know, if you watched my tutorial last weekend, these are my
Afterthought heel socks.
Afterthought heel socks. Jordan, I'm very proud that you pay attention. Very proud. He makes me so proud. Anyway, so these are the ones that are featured in the tutorial. This is Knitpicks Felici in the colorway, what did I say it was, Jordan? Rainbow. And then I picked up some Paton Kroy sock from my local
yarn vendor.
No, it wasn't a yarn vendor. It was like Michael's or something like that. And it is in the colorway Flax. Now, I did use a US size 1, 2.25 millimeter, and I did these 2 at a time, toe up, and you can see that in the tutorial. And it was a very enjoyable knit. I will say I wasn't super crazy about the Paton Kroy because it tended to split on me. So yeah, I don't know. I might have got a bad skein. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, it was definitely a little bit of a challenge. So if you follow the tutorial, at the very end, instead of doing the traditional Kitchener stitch on the toe, on the heel of these socks, I did an alternative by doing knit 2 togethers all the way around to close up this heel. Now I did this, and I have not worn these socks yet, and I know I had a couple of viewers that say, you know, let us know how these socks wore with this particular closure, and I will let you know that once I wear these. I think it made a really good heel if you don't like the Kitchener stitch. I will say that in the tutorial, I decreased down to 14 stitches, and then I did the closure. Well, I think that actually snugged up the heel for me a little too tight. So on the second heel, I actually decreased a lot further, and it was so much better. So I would definitely recommend that you decrease down further than 14 stitches like I did in the video if you want to try this heel. You can always put in a lifeline, try the heel. Lifeline. If you don't like it, rip it out and go back to doing the Kitchener stitch. But it's always good to try new things and different things. And so I saw this technique on the my Facebook knitting group, Addicted to Sock Knitting. I think Melanie Carroll, I think is her name. She does that technique for her toes because she doesn't like the Kitchener stitch or the look of it. So I said, if she can do it on the toes, why not try it on the heel? So anyway, that's what I did. And like I said, I love them, and they're going to be added to my stash. So yeah, so those are 2 finished objects. Yay! So because I was so focused on getting that video out. That video took, I promise you guys, almost 9 hours to render and to upload to YouTube. It was the longest time I think I've ever done. It's the longest video I think I've ever done, but the rendering time and the uploading on YouTube was absolutely insane. It literally took a whole day to upload that video. So I made a couple of mistakes at the very end of that video where when I compared the heel of the afterthought heel versus this particular heel. I called it the Fleagle heel, so I made note of that in the bottom of the
screen.
No, in the comment section. So I wasn't crazy, but there was no way I was gonna go back and upload that, re-upload that video, because it took me literally 9 hours. So anyway, I apologize for that, but I hope that you guys would take the opportunity, if you haven't looked at it, to see if there's any techniques in there that you can learn from. Okay, so with that being said, now what's up, Jordan? You don't know? Whips. Works in progress.
Wipes.
Whips. Whips. Anyway, so I have the same whip that I had the last time. I did get a little bit further on Jordan's socks, but not much. So, and like I said, I was really concentrating on getting that video out for you guys. And needless to say, they are almost pretty much in the same spot as they were the last time. And these are the Tardis socks from Mitchell's C Creations. What are you laughing at? Because they're not done. Wah, wah, wah. I promise you, 100% promise you that they will be done before the next podcast.
Okay.
That's 3 weeks. Wink, wink.
Aww.
No, I plan on actually finishing up these this week. So anyway, of course, these are still my 2 at a time socks. 2 at a time socks. Like I said, Mitchell's Creations is her Tardis colorway. And yeah, so there's nothing really, this is my same technique, 2 at a time, US 1, 2.25 needles. And these are being knit on my Haya Sharps, which I love. I love these needles. Ugh, anyway. And they are housed, of course, in the bag that she graciously gifted to, Jordan. So, there you go. So anyway, so that is the only work in progress. I did, if you follow me on Instagram, I did wind up that beautiful yarn called Jelly Bracelets. Jelly bracelets.
Then why? Wait.
It's jelly bracelets.
Then why did I always call it Jelly Belly?
Because you're crazy.
Didn't Alexis call it that?
She probably did, but it's Jelly Braces by Knit Mona. So if you have not seen that colorway, go to my Instagram account and look at it, because when I tell you it is strikingly beautiful, I cannot wait to see that knit up. Okay, so next up is acquisitions. And I told you guys that I have not been purchasing because I am going to DFW Fiber Fest in April. And
I forgot about that.
Yes. You want to go?
Yeah.
We'll have to go on Saturday. I'll take you back on Saturday. I'm going on Friday, April the 6th. So if anybody is going to DFW Fiber Fest and you see me, please flag me down, because I would love to see you guys and talk to you. So I know I'll be there Friday, April the 6th. Most likely I'll come back on Saturday, because I know that Jordan would like to go.
I didn't get to go last year.
Yes, he didn't get to go last year. And I think they're having a meetup. I'm not 100% sure. I think I saw that in the Ravelry group. And then I'm also taking a brioche class on Sunday. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, so I have not been purchasing, but I did have something that came in the mail, and it was because I had bought it prior. And so it counts, but it doesn't count. So forgive me for the wrinkling. I should have already had this open.
Wrinkle.
But I am always buying yarn from Tara of Mitchell's Creations. That's her card. Let's see if it'll focus. Mitchell's Creation. So look at that colorway. Is it not stunning? The purples and the hints of turquoise and just the speckling is just, ugh. Anyway, I saw it and I love the colorway. It's called This Is For My Niches. Play on words, right? So it is what, Jordan?
75% superwash merino wool. Wool. 25% nylon. 463 yards. 100 grams.
Awesome. So anyway, so that is my only, well, okay, it's my only yarn purchase. But like I said, look at the color. Ooh,
The coular.
the color.
Coular.
I can't say enough about this color, and I'm telling you, she is one of my favorites.
It almost looks better on camera than in person.
No, it looks better in person than on camera. I think you are crazy. Look, that looks almost exactly alike.
It looks brighter.
That's because of the lights.
Well, the light helps.
Anyway. Thank you, Tara. Like I said, your colorways are always stunning as always. I'll put her information in the bottom of the screen for you in case you want to check out her shop. And last but not least, and this is a cheapie. So I don't know if you guys have a day sew in your area. It's basically the I think Japanese version of Dollar Tree, except they don't accept returns or exchanges. So when you go in there, you better have your mind made up because you's not getting your money back. But anyway, they have a really small, tiny craft section, and I happened to be in there last week, and I picked up these. Let me scoot up a little bit.
Sewing needles.
I picked up. Ooh. Let's see if the light. I picked up these hand sewing needles because I don't know what happened to my tapestry needles, but they have literally just gone bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And I know they're somewhere in the house, but anyway, when you want needles and you're ready to, weave in your ends, you want to make sure you have some handy. So these were like $1.50. And anyway, they look really, really nice. And for that low of an investment, I should have gotten a couple of extra pair. But anyway, if you're in Dayso, just go to their little craft section. And they even had a couple of inexpensive, I think, knitting needles. But yeah. So I'm very happy that I have not made any purchases and I've stuck with what I set out to do. Now I'm going to probably burn a hole in my pocket for DFW Fiber Fest, but I am looking so forward to it. So this is probably going to be a very short episode, which is perfectly fine. Because sometimes, like I said, I even like sometimes to watch shorter podcasts because I don't have a whole lot of time, because a lot of the podcasts are quite lengthy now, and I need to invest time to sit down and do that. And with a 4-year-old, that isn't, and she's very clingy. That is not gonna happen. So anyway, I think that I have covered everything that I wanted to in a mini-sode in this podcast. Yes. So please, guys, go out to my Ravelry group and answer those 2 questions for me if you can. Also answer the question in the comments below about if you would watch a vlog from me or a lifestyle channel that features our life. And I think that is it. Okay, I guess I'm keeping him from his nap. Okay. So, yeah, Jordan, I think that's it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for giving us your time today, and we will see you in the next few weeks. Don't forget the Spring Fling KAL, the Spring Fling KAL, and we're going to do hashtag Spring Fling KAL 18. I think that's it.
Yep.
I think that's it. Okay, guys, until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.